Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you're doing great because we've got a massive update to talk about in Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Season 01. First off, the size of this update alone sets the tone. It rolled out around mid-December, and Treyarch called it the largest live season yet, which honestly is just marketing talk. The moment you log in, you'll notice the theme switch. Menus are slicker, the background's got that winter vibe, and there's this whole new energy that makes it feel like a fresh start. The Naughty and Nice event is front and center too, bringing that chaotic holiday twist to matches with limited time playlists, themed cosmetics, and some hilarious finishing moves that are definitely worth checking out. You can tell they're leaning into the season in a fun way without taking it too seriously. Now, let's talk about balance, because this patch dropped a wave of tuning across the board. The Akita finally got hit with a nerf that was long overdue. The fire rate and recoil pattern have been adjusted to make it less of a melt machine, so if you were relying on that as your go-to, it's time to explore some other setups. A bunch of other weapons got subtle tweaks too. Some attachments have been recalibrated, and snipers feel slightly more grounded this time, which should make gunfights feel more even across different playstyles. You can really sense Treyarch trying to tighten the sandbox here, focusing on how fights feel instead of just cranking numbers up or down. Multiplayers also had a serious tune-up. A lot of players were asking for better spawn logic, especially on smaller maps, and it seems like that feedback's finally been heard. Spawns feel more predictable now, which means less frustration when you're holding objectives or playing hardpoint. Map visibility is also improved, with lighting and contrast tweaks that make enemies pop just enough without ruining immersion. That, combined with smoother hit detection, gives the whole experience a cleaner edge. It's the kind of stuff you only really notice after a few matches, but once you do, it's hard to go back. On the zombie side, the update adds a fresh layer of replayability. There's new content woven into existing maps, subtle narrative hints that tease where the mode might be heading next, and a few quality of life improvements like faster matchmaking and reduced downtime between rounds. It's one of those things where you can tell they're quietly building towards something bigger later this season. For the people who love grinding through waves or hunting Easter eggs, it feels like Treyarch's keeping the mode alive without overshadowing the competitive side of the game. Warzone didn't get left out either. The patch brought in several under-the-hood changes that make a huge difference once you're on the ground. Loot distribution feels better, less shotgun and sniper clutter, more balance in what you find early on. The pacing of mid-game fights has changed slightly, with loadouts coming in at more strategic intervals, which makes the flow feel more tactical again. The circle pacing was also fine-tuned, giving players a bit more time to reposition between zones, which really helps teams that like playing for positioning rather than just chasing kills. Performance-wise, the update feels smoother across most platforms. Frame rates are more stable, texture pop-in seems reduced, and UI transitions don't stutter the way they used to. Even little touches, like how quickly the lobby loads or how weapon previews render, show that Treyarch's been listening to complaints about polish. It's not perfect, but it's a noticeable improvement. The Battle Pass has also been refreshed with some pretty cool rewards this season. A mix of clean operator skins, new weapon blueprints, and some reactive camos that look great in motion. There's definitely a stronger focus on visual flair this time, and some of the bundles hitting the store have that sleek, futuristic vibe that fits right in with the game's tone. All in all, Season 01 of Black Ops 7 feels like the real kickoff point for the game's long-term run. It's the moment where it stops feeling like a launch window title and starts acting like a live service powerhouse. Between the weapon adjustments, the fresh events, the performance boost, and the constant stream of playlists, it finally feels like everything's clicking together.